Welcome to the Comics News Wire, where we get our news from the comics newsroom found at comicbookadvocates.com. This show is anchored by Mr. Anderson, who is the unboxable, advocating creator known as the Indie Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. Join him and his co-anchors as they give you the comics news coming off the wire. This show is brought to you in association with comicbookadvocates.com is the global digital Comic-Con, but it's more than that, and you can be more too. Be more than just a fan. Become an advocate for comics like comicbookadvocates.com is for their creators, for their crowdfunding, for the very books they're creating, because we love comics.
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.
Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Well, it's when we get judges who are creators to sit down and watch crowdfunding videos that we are proudly advocating for on comicbookadvocates.com. And they hit pause when they lose interest in the videos that we are watching and experience backer pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans of the viewers and what works and does not work for their videos. Want to be a judge? Are you ready to play? Welcome to Backer Pause. And I am your announcer voice type dude. We are going to be getting stuff going today. We're going to have our guest judge come in just a few minutes. We're going to be talking about some amazing stuff. Here comes JD now, so we're going to let him introduce himself. JD, tell the world who you are.
Hey, everybody. My name is JD Calderon. I'm the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles. And currently, go check out Indiegogo. You'll be able to see Fallen Gods, where we see Oswald fighting mad sorcerers and angry gods. So there you go, folks. Go check it out.
Now, quick question on the campaign. Just for clarity for everyone else, I know the answer, but this is just while we have you on the hot seat there. This is your what campaign? Let them know how deep you are into this story and how many times you fulfilled. Because I don't think we talk about that enough, and I want to give you credit for being one of those guys making like the industry look better.
This will be my fourth Indiegogo, and this will be and I have another 17 underneath my belt on Kickstarter. So I guess 21 campaigns fulfilled.
Fulfilled, successfully funded. Dude is getting it out there. You know, you want guys like this in our industry. You want him to be part of it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play his crowdfunding. Now that ends on the 10th.
I think so. Yeah, I think
I did my math right, because we have it here in our what we're going to be sharing right now for you guys. And you have to excuse me because I'm literally still coding the site, believe it or not. More people always add day of, and we never want to turn anyone away, right?
Right.
Why would you ever say that you're not going to promote someone and let them be part of this? So here we go. This is Oswald Chronicles right there, as you guys can see. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give the whole screen to this video. We'll be right back after this video. There'll be no pauses on this.
Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles, and I'm here today to tell you about my latest Indiegogo campaign. I'm offering you Fallen Gods, a 4-part limited series where we see Oswald battling a mad sorcerer who stole the power of a lost god and threatens 2 worlds with his newfound power. How will Oswald and his friends deal with this new threat? Find out in the Oswald Chronicles, Fallen Gods, issues 1 through 4. So please check out the various reward levels and pick out the one that best suits you. Thank you for your time. JD out.
And now Ben Lacey was going to be here, but he did tell me he ran into a sudden meeting that popped up. And that's been happening with this work at home stuff. Suddenly you get called into meetings. But don't worry, Ben. We're going to tell him because Ben Lacey's up next with Shark of War. So he's going to be ending in just a few short hours. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take you over to it. I don't know why this is fighting with me at the moment. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. So Shark of War. And remember, this is all part of the Comics News Wire. This is part of our CNW programming that happens every Wednesday right now at 11. So crowdfunding at 11, as you guys can see. I'm for this, I'm just the announcer voice. I'm not even technically the anchor now. I'm just the announcer voice. It's all JD. JD's in control of this. I just got to change that out because the Advocate and Devil have merged. But we also want to spend a moment. We want to tell them about how important just $1 is. Right, Ben? Because I know Ben wants us to know about the importance of the dollar. So here we go. Never underestimate the power of a single dollar. Just one single dollar can help make dreams come true. Every dollar is a declaration of support and belief. It helps the creators and the teams behind the book. Just $1 helps create new worlds and keeps creators creating. And if you're going to be creating something on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, get Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rosing and Christy Shin. It is an amazing book that will help you navigate the ins and outs of crowdfunding. And how important is a dollar, JD? Honestly, what do you think? Can a dollar make a difference?
I think a dollar does.
Now, do you think it matters? Does it matter more what platform? Because I can admit to saying that I do think there's a slight difference between the two platforms as we scroll up and get to our first thing.
Yeah, I think the difference is Kickstarter. I think I'm getting a reverb back from you, Rob.
Are you?
Yeah.
I can't hear it on my end. Hold on. I'm going to remove myself and come back and see if it's...
All right.
Can you... How about now?
All right, let's see. A little bit. Not that bad, though.
All right, hold on. I'll pull you out. How about now?
Let's see. No, I think it's on your end. I don't know if you have an extra... I don't think if you have an extra speaker on your end. Are you wearing a headset?
No. I never have that issue. That's the problem because it's all through the iPhone. Hold on 1 second. Tell them if I leave the studio. I'm going to put you up on main screen. I'll be right back. Tell them about the importance of a dollar. And if that doesn't solve it, I can't do anything. It's got to be on your end. You might have to back out and come in.
Okay. That's fine.
Try me.
All right. So listen, guys, I mean, the importance of a dollar, I find that it's probably a little bit more important on Kickstarter where you put in that dollar, and I always tell creators you should have a level where you should have a $1 level. So then that way it encourages people to get it. Somebody gets a little something, but what it does is it helps with the algorithm. It helps people. It helps the campaign move up a little bit further on that algorithm. It shows greater engagement, and that's what everybody wants and needs. So that dollar really does help.
Now, do you hear the same thing now?
Yeah, it's a little weird. But yeah, let me back out and I'll come back in.
All right, so we're going to play Shark of War while that's going on. It doesn't matter if he's here to judge or not because this is on its last rights. And last rights, we don't actually change out. So here we go. Now, JD, you're in the background.
Hello, my name is Ben Lacey. I hope you enjoyed that preview of issues 1 and 2 of Shark of War. If you liked issue 1, I think you'll love issue 2 as we hit the heart of the story. And if you haven't read issue 1 yet, well, there's a link below where you can check it out for free. Because I believe once you read it, you'll want to read even more. This is going to be a fun campaign. I've got a lot of cool extras like the Shark of War paper toy, Shark of War stickers, the Shark of War pin, Shark of War comic strips, and of course the Shark of War face mask. Both books are 100% complete, and I've already started work on issue 3. So please get in the Shark Tank and back my project. Thank you for your time.
All right, JD, are you hearing the echo still before you're in the studio? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't hear you because I didn't bring you in yet. Well, you can answer now. Did you hear this? Were you hearing the same thing? Because I watched the video for a second. It's not from my end, so I'm hoping that cleared it up.
No, I think I'm good now.
Yeah, it's been a StreamYard thing because, of course, why not make life harder right now? But yeah, Shark of War, $1 can really push this campaign. Like I said, we're on our last rights and last looks for this one right now. He has made his goal, 64 backers, but still pushing to get over that line, getting him more backers. Let's break a 75 mark for him, get him more backers than the first campaign. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome for supporting these creators. Because remember, you can be more than just a fan. You can become an advocate today. And all it takes is you supporting other creators. And JD, you ready? You ready to take on the judgeship?
Go ahead, man.
Judge JD.
Let's have at it.
All right, here we go. And some cute art from that. All right, so we have from this is from Sean Keenan, Morrison. Sorry, Sean Morrison. We are currently sitting at 60% goal now. Of course, that's changed. That's a couple days ago. But we're going to take a look at Ungodly Champion. Do you know this one, JD?
No, I've seen some of the ads, but I haven't checked it out.
All right, so JD, this is first time for JD, and believe it or not, first time for me too, I think. So let's check it out.
My name? Dylan Ferguson. Good friends, good school. I even have a decent jump shot. Problem is, zero confidence. The trouble starts at home. My dad, he drinks too much. Blames me for all our problems, and I have never been able to just stand up to him. I can't even ask the girl that I like on a date when it is painfully obvious she feels the same way. And without Sarah, I wouldn't have found the dusty old antique shop that would change everything. Some will call it coincidence, but that's when fate walked right into me. Meet Jim. Turns out, Jim's a god. A god named Jim. He tells us of a tournament held by the god.
Not that I want to blow up Pops' ego, because Pops' ego is big enough, but does that not remind you of Pops?
It does look a little bit like
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God, Pops is in another comic book.
And those who compete for its power. Jim actually thinks I have what it takes to restore honor to the tournament, that I am destined for its glory. So, I'm his apprentice now. I'm pretty stoked about it. With this power, I can finally conquer all of my fears. But with it comes a dark side. Something that's been bottled up inside me. Something ungodly.
All right, so you can stop it now.
All right, JD, what do you think?
I enjoyed it. The only reason I let it run so long is because I like the animation. It's a little funky, it's a little quirky, but I enjoyed it.
All right, yeah. Would you back it based on that video? Or at least would you review it? You don't have to say if you'd back it, because the whole point of these videos is to get you to read more. Would you have at least read more?
I would definitely review it. I would definitely review it.
Right.
Yeah, my thing is usually I like trades typically. So
there we go. Well, this is Beast Commandos, and we're going to be checking that out. We've never had this on the show. This is the first time, and I was wrong. We did have Morrison's book on last show. We'd actually finally gotten to watch it. I forgot until I saw the video, and I was like, oh, I remember this video because it was that good of a video that I instantly was like, oh, I know this. This is good. This is going to be fun. Let's see what Beast is. Now, we do have to mute this. We haven't gotten it on a lot of shows. I do know that this is a punk band that they had permission for, but just because they have permission doesn't always mean I have permission. So we'll get to talk over this.
Gotcha.
So you know, it's just one of those things we're all trying to. I mean, I had a video from YouTube from 3 years ago, just this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, come up as, oh, there we mark this as adult content because of one of the Kickstarters on it. So you always have to be worried about how long and how far these people will report your stuff, because you have people going around just reporting things or something like that, or their algorithm will catch something. But this is amazing. I really dig this. It's like everything you grew up watching, like put in a blender and like put into an awesome batter holder and then cooked and put into a comic book. What do you think, JD?
Yeah, no, I agree. It looks like, you know, there's a lot there. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. What's funny is I tried to get this guy on my show, but he's from Spain and he only speaks Spanish. And my Spanish is okay, but it's probably not that great that I can hold an interview.
I was going to say, no habla español, and that's it. That's where I am. No, but that's where I am.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's funny. If you talk to me, I've worked around enough Spanish people in my lifetime, I can pick up half the language now. But I butcher it when I try to say it.
Right. Yeah. No, I
most of the other stuff I know is curses. Kung Fu Turtles. Kung Fu Turtles. Come on, JD. That's got to get you to smile. Biker Rabbit
of Anarchy. Yep.
This is like they took everything from the 90s and we're like, we're going to play with this and have fun with it.
Yeah.
A dolphin and a shark being friends, though, that throws me. I'm not sure I like that one.
Galactic dolphin. Yeah.
Dark.
This is Dark Shark.
I know that your wife would probably be interested in this book a little bit.
Yeah, she would probably enjoy this.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, you can stop here.
All right, we're done with this. We're going to move on to the next one. Oh, JD, we get a good one now. John the Animator. Now, for the record, he's now on Kickstarter as well, and we're not going to get to it because we have so many Kickstarters and Indiegogos today. But he is in both now, Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Pick your flavor. He's there. Just put John the Animator in there. Have you seen this one yet, JD?
No, actually, I haven't. What's funny is I've been sharing this video out and haven't been watching.
All right. Well, we're going to turn that down a little. Uncle Rob's got a headache.
This is so unfair.
What is up, everyone? I am Chris Knight, and you are watching The Real Review 3000 here with another episode of The Gospel According to Chris. And we have with us yet again John Celestri, the legend of Filmation.
After I got Rough Sketch, and you know, I was reading through it, I rented Dragon's Lair for the Switch.
Now we are going to stop here because it is just a podcast that's cut up.
Gotcha.
So it is one of those moments where I suggest everyone watch it because it's actually worth the 6 minutes. And if you're on YouTube and you can watch this on YouTube, there's a way to make it go faster. So all I have to do is spend 3 minutes, but it's going to be 3 great minutes of history of comics. What did you think of it, though? Is it for you?
Well, the thing is like, you know, because of the content, it's not for me. But I would suggest anyone with a kid to definitely go out and get there.
But aren't you a Star Wars fan?
Believe it or not, I am, but not that big of a fan.
Oh, see, if you're a really big fan, he's actually the guy who animated the Christmas special for the Boba Fett, and some of the things with that Boba Fett that he did wound up translating into the further lore. He did that tuning fork gun for Boba Fett, so he changed kind of the game with it. So you guys have definitely got to check it out. Don't be rude, don't be crude. Check out a great animator. He even did Batman cartoon stuff for commercials that you could see kind of influenced the future of animation for Batman. It was really cool. This is Jonathan Hedrick. Have you seen my boy Jonathan Hedrick's Freak Show Zombie Horror one-shot comic book?
No, I haven't. This looks
Check
interesting.
this out. Yeah, check this out. This is pretty badass.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Hedrick. I'm the writer and creator of Freak Show Night, which is a 24-page, full-color, one-shot zombie comic book. This is a story about a man who's an ex-convict now living outside of prison during the zombie apocalypse. Every day he wakes up and does the same thing, much like when he was in prison, but now instead of fighting against the living, he's fighting against the undead. Then one day, something new crosses his path that gives him hope, purpose to live, and even a chance
Alright, you can stop it.
for all of his prior mistakes in life.
Go ahead, talk to me. I'm just gonna mute
Now
it.
listen, I'm not stopping it because I don't like it. I'm stopping it because I actually like it enough that I won't even have to see the rest of the video to back this. I know that sounds a little strange, right?
No, it's a rare thing that we have said that on the show before, and that's an important thing. That an instant hook to it. It's important to acknowledge that happens. So kudos, good for you, because we don't say that enough on the show. I think I'm one of the few people who said after 10 seconds I would have backed it. I think Chuck also saw one where he's like, they had me in 20 seconds. That was it. That's all they needed. So, and I think there were boobs. No, I'm kidding, Chuck. It wasn't a boob book that got him. If I remember correctly, it was actually a horror book. Now this has got me. We don't even need a video. Right there, that's the shot. This is gonna get me in trouble. 3 years from now, I'm gonna be sending a message to JD. Your wife got me in trouble on YouTube.
Probably.
Here we're gonna go, and she doesn't narrate this, so we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna have JD narrate this.
Oh, lovely. I don't even know what to say.
That's what's
not my book. I'm not involved.
That's gonna be the whole thing. He says, "No, this is pretty interesting. It's what are they called? Help me out. I've got the headache. So the when we humanize animals.
Oh, anthropomorphic. So yes. So these are basically illustrations of anthropomorphic characters or anthropomorphized characters, which is basically just turning an animal into a person or a person into an animal, and some people just like this sort of thing. So it's just there's a little subset and subculture, within comics and just general society that enjoys this. But the thing is, we see this sort of thing all the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is them. Mickey Mouse, this is the same thing. This is just it taken it to another level. This is just it taken it to another extreme.
And just for the record, this is meant to be tittillating. It is meant to be for adults. This is not meant to be something you would get the kids. This is not Rescue Rangers. Growing up, and I've talked to Daphne about this, growing up, you get crushes on cartoon characters, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You look at Star Trek, Star Wars, there's all these characters that are aliens that are actually animal based. So, you can't really knock it because how many of us have thought about being with the blue girls? I forgot their name from Star Trek, but there's these blue girls from Star Trek. I think it's blue or green. I get it backwards. My colors, my dyslexia. I don't understand how that works, but it happens. I actually switch colors in my head. Now I have a photographic memory, but that's the one thing that sucks. But there are these girls, and they come to cons and all that. They're amazing. They look like belly dancers. I can't think of the other word because again, I had a headache this morning. But they look like belly dancers, but they have blue skin, and it's like that's interesting and unique and kind of cool. So that's all this is. It's a different take on things. It's either your thing or not your thing. But if it's your thing, make sure you get it and make sure you share it. There's been a lot of controversy about this, so I'm going to actually give JD a choice. He was on a panel with me. Do we show Keanu Reeves' product right now? Now, he's raised, and we have a tight show today. So we can give him, and this one matters, because we can give him the time where he's made over $1 million.
Wow.
Or we could give that time to someone else, and we'll play a short clip for him. What do you think, JD?
I would actually rather give it to somebody else.
And that's fair, because, just money-wise, sometimes when we're deep in a show, we will skip bigger, like people who've made $100,000 and give it to the guy struggling to make $1,000, But Keanu, why did you make this book? We're going to ask you, Keanu. Please send us your answer.
Comics are awesome.
All right. Well, that's why he did it, and I don't disagree with him. Have you seen this? This is awesome. This is Only Death Can Save Us. This is an amazing book. Have you seen this yet, JD?
No, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, this is from Russ Leach. He's from across the pond. It's amazing. Check this out.
guys can say this is a Bronze Age inspired cosmic fantasy run, bringing together action and pathos as the ancient elemental known as Death leaps from his ethereal retirement to help a young soul protect her loved ones. A world in existence itself.
Now, JD is probably younger than me because I'm the oldest man in the room always, but doesn't that take you back to the 90s when we were growing up and the comics that they were making back in the 90s and 80s? Just seeing the artwork.
Reminds me of Death's Head.
Mm-hmm. See that?
Yeah. It looks good. I mean, the only problem I had with it is just the voices.
Are hard to hear.
Yeah, they're very hard to hear. So that was the only problem I had with it. But other than that, I mean, I think it looked really good. Looks like a good book.
You know, honestly, I don't disagree about that. And I've told Russ that it's a little hard to hear the voices, but it's still a great video. Mm-hmm. It's got me. You've got me, my friend. You've got me. And our good friend John gives us, and this is a more titillating view here of a character. And I think this is the first time we're playing on the show, so fingers crossed. No whammy. Let's hope no copyright music so we can let this play.
What's up, everybody? John Delarose here. I'm the creator of Flying Sparks. And what you're looking at right now is the image for the first issue with our superheroine looking off into the sunset, sunrise, and just reflecting on her heroism. I'm very excited to bring this book to you, and I can't believe we're already at volume 4 of Flying Sparks. If you're a new reader, fear not. There's wonderful packages in there so that you can catch up, and you can actually do so at a discount, or you can just grab the first volume, see if you like the series, and move on from there. We have a wonderful world that we've developed here. The concept is that Chloe, or Metagirl here, is dating a supervillain under her secret identity and doesn't know it. Conversely, he doesn't know that he's dating a superhero. And so they try to manipulate their lives and run around until eventually.
Yeah, I was getting the same feel. Like we haven't seen another picture, right?
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't change. I'm actually fast forwarding if you see. He left that one image the whole time. Wow, I'm surprised about that.
Yeah, the concept sounds good. It sounds like a fun book. I like the image. It would be nice though if he was able to get some video in there.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you, was that image enough for you? Would that interest you with this voiceover? Because this was, I mean, JD, you remember this used to be the Kickstarter videos. Back when this first started, this is like a throwback to the original Kickstarter videos.
The image is strong enough that I would go in and check it out. Like I would go in and look at the rest of the campaign.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I can respect that. All right, guys, with that in mind, we're going to move on to the next one. There's not much more to talk about on that one, but it does have great art. Okay, so this is Cybergirl Lita, and we have not played this one either, so here we go. This is on Kickstarter. And just for the record, the animation plays a lot smoother when you watch it on your own. Something with StreamYard recently is making the videos play jaggedly, so I don't want you to take that into context for this. Assume this is playing clearly. You know what I mean? Like smooth and congruent.
Yeah. You can stop it.
All right. Any thoughts on it, or are we just moving on?
No, I mean, I think it's interesting. I think the only thing they need to do is add maybe a narration to it, because it's running and you're getting these random images and it looks good, but I think they do need some kind of narration to go in there.
Okay, that makes sense. Actually, can respect that. You know, to me, I don't. You know, JD's been on the show enough. He knows I don't like motion in comics. If you have a comic book, why are you putting motion? We cannot play this because they use copyright music, but we can give it a mention here. And if you want me to play the video muted, you can, but because you use copyrighted music, that is your choice. And they've made good money on this one already. So do you want to skip for something else and just give them a shout out? Or do you want to?
We'll just skip this one, but I do know Bonsai Girl. It's a fun book.
Yeah, David does a great job. It's just more the copyright of the music, so it's against our terms. So the judge gets to judge whether or not we play it at this point, because they would have to be watching it. You know, the other ones, if they don't break it, but it's just like we had the situation above with the Beast thing, that's not their fault, because you can get the right to use something, but when you have the right to something, it doesn't mean that translates to my show. So, and then I'd have to go and we'd have to fill out a form. So we'll work with you there. But when it's a blatant one, we're going to have our judge on whether they want to see it or not. And that is great. That's Bonsai Girl on Kickstarter now. If you like titillating books, it's another good one to add to your collection. This is Silverline's double feature of Trumps and Cat and Mouse, issues 1 through 3.
Hi, I'm Roland Mann, and I run Silverline Comics, the genre-spanning independent comic and graphic novel publisher. And I'm here to tell you about our latest crowdfunder. It's another double feature, or twofer. That means we've got 2 cool stories in 1 cool campaign. Come on, let me tell you about them.
The first one up is Trumps. Trumps is a science fiction story with a little superheroics tossed in for good measure. 4 kingdoms inhabit the world of Trumps: clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. Seasons in this world are measured in hands, and each new hand comes with a selection of a new kingdom of power, or trumps. For now, clubs are trumps, and they are waging war against the diamonds, the only other kingdom seemingly with any power. The hearts and spades seem to be sitting this one out. But are they really? Which kingdom will hold the seat of power and become the new Trumps? Trumps is written by Roland Mann, the writer of such comics as Cat and Mouse, Miss Fury, Cray, Battletech, and others. The first half is penciled by Anthony Pereira, and the second half is penciled by Thomas Hedgeland, a rookie to comics who studied at the Kubert School.
You could stop.
Thomas is going to be making waves in the industry in the future.
Do you mind if I fast forward it to the Cat and Mouse?
No, go ahead.
Since it is a twofer, I figure it's only right to try to let us get to the Cat and Mouse portion too.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of respect, Roland's done so much for the industry, so here we go.
Cat and Mouse is also written by Roland Mann. Alex Gallimore, a recent Kubert School graduate, is the penciler. Alex is doing a bang-up job. You're going to love it. Alex is inked by industry veteran Barb Calburn. Barb has worked for just about every comic company you can think of, including Marvel and DC. Barb is also the creator of the Silverline title, Divinity. Kevin Gallagher returns as our Colonel of Color.
All right. That clearly is just the team. I'm trying to find the pitch for the book. Here we go. Let's see if this is the pitch for the book.
Yeah, I think so too. The other cool news is that both of these projects are mostly complete. Cat and Mouse has just a few pages left to letter, and Trumps has just a few pages left to color. But they'll probably be finished by the time you finish watching this video. But this is where we need you. We need you to help us get the funds to print them and ship them to you. But even if you can't back it, you can share it. That's still incredibly helpful to us. So we appreciate that. And if you're unfamiliar with Silverline...
All right. It's just ad. Sorry, I'll try to look in the future for the future issues of this because Roland deserves to have the pitch. Cat and Mouse has actually got an underlying thing where I know the team comes back together to find the sisters, the main character, the female main character's sister. So they go into what is actually looking for the underground, the kidnapping and all that kind of stuff. So it talks to that. So what did you think? What made you pause?
All right, it was just running a little long. What's funny is I just interviewed Roland, and these books look fantastic, and these are the types of books that I'd be more than happy to back. The only thing is the video felt like it was running a little too long. I think he needs to it's a video. It's there to introduce the book, so I don't think it's necessarily needed to put in the entire team on the video. That's something you should probably have in a bio or somewhere in the campaign, but not necessarily in the video. But other than that, I think those books look fantastic. I haven't committed yet, but I'm probably going to back those at some point.
Silverline puts out quality books.
Yeah.
down. So this is something different for us to look at. This is the All-Winner Society for this number 2, the Golden Age comic thing. Just Golden Age. I don't know why I tried to put an extra word there. And then I failed to try to figure out what word would fit. Here we go. It's the first time on the show. And it's the last time on the show. I know that.
Gotcha.
I believe that's a Billy Joel song, and if it plays any more, it's going to go. So we could watch this without the music if you like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Play it.
Yeah. So I'm going to mute for a second just so I can kill the music, but it'll be playing. You just won't hear anything. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Billy Joel song, and I don't know if they got the elevator music to it. Some people, just so you know, even if you get the acoustic version, that is still very copyrighted. And I'll check this outside of the show and double check, and we'll get back to you next week whether or not this was what I thought it was, but I just can't take that chance. Because I found out that because of ringtones, you don't get in trouble for like a few seconds of the song.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that they only nail you, and I think it takes Shazam usually 3 seconds to identify it, so I have to be that quick with it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, no whammy.
No, I got you. But this is an interesting looking book.
Another throwback book for certain. I like that. I like that people are going back to a simpler time of storytelling, because comics don't always have to. You know what? I'll be honest. When they started making comics these overdrawn, and I don't mean that negatively, but they're like pieces of art sometimes now. But for a monthly book, that's why you're charging me more. I'd rather the quicker Jack Kirby art. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, that style is unsustainable. That's why a lot of the artists only do about 8 to 10 books a year, because they can't do that type of style every day. You know, do it monthly.
Yeah, and they have people come in, for those who don't know, and this is a little industry secret. They actually have like artists from different countries come in and fill in the parts they don't want to do, like houses and buildings. They draw the main stuff, and the easier stuff they let someone else draw. So, I mean, because it's hard. And that's not to say that the art in here is not good. We like the art, but you could tell it's one of those, you could put out this book monthly and it wouldn't be a problem. And that's what comics should be also as well. There should be room for both, is I think the statement me and JD are making. Right, JD?
Yep.
Yeah, there's always got to be room for both. And here we go. This is another one of those where it's gray area. Yes, he has the rights to use it, but do we? So we're going to watch it without the music.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was Panic at the Disco, but it turned out it wasn't. But it is a band. He has permission, and we always want to advocate for people. So Johnny's been on a definite. I love this character. This character is so cool. He's like Miami Vice meets, what was that kid book where the Disney movie where he goes to heaven and he has to come back? It's El Morte or something like that.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm drawing a blank, but I know the one you're talking about. It was a good movie.
Yeah. Like, I always saw that and I thought this is a cool ass campaign. And you all actually remember, of course, it takes place in 1985, and so it has the DeLorean, which is famously part of the 80s. If you don't know the story behind the DeLorean, you're missing out on a cocaine-filled tryst through history. I also like the 1980s feel to the video, so kudos are my friend. Great job.
It's unfair. I backed that one already.
Yeah, but it's good, right? Like that.
No, it's an awesome book.
Good. And it's just amazing writing. I really like what you're doing. This is Martin Piero's special decisions, and we're going to have our good friend JD make some decisions over this video right now. No. See what I did there, JD? See what I did?
I saw that.
Decision. All right, here we go.
Hello, I'm Martin Piero, and welcome to the Kickstarter for Decisions, a minor variation. Decisions, a Minor Variation is a one-shot comic that features 2 supernatural slice-of-life tales with an edge. Each story deals with people facing the harsh realities of life. The first story, A Hero Train a Comin', finds a man ready to give up on his dreams and his very life. The second, My Brother's Keeper, deals with the tragic death of a young man as all fingers point to the bad influences of his friends. His brother soon discovers the truth. Both stories feature the ethereal guides from the previous Decisions one-shots, who take our characters on a journey that allows them to discover the truth of their situations. The stories featured in Decisions, A Minor Variation, are both written by me. My first time solo authoring a comic in years. It was a rewarding experience writing these deep, meaningful stories. The process was made even more enjoyable with the addition of the artistic talents of Fred San Oliveira and Michael Dorman, who truly understood the depth I was seeking in these tales and brought them to life masterfully. There are 3 covers currently for this issue. Cover A by Oscar Pinto, and then the variants by the book's artist, each one depicting a different aspect of the story within. As I launch this Kickstarter, most of the work is done on this issue.
Okay, no pressure, but Martin's actually watching live right now, so why did you hit pause? And just remember, this is JD's, not my words, Martin.
It's just because the artwork looks fantastic. By what he's saying about the story sounds really interesting. It's just running a little long. That's really all it is. It's just running a little long.
Well, yeah, it is a 3-minute video, so yeah, I can get that. But you would have been hooked. The same thing.
I like it. The artwork looks fantastic, and I think the what he was saying about the story, sounds really good. I mean, yeah, everything there is solid. It's just running a little long.
I have to stress this. JD is from New York. Now you all understand why I have the attention span I do. Being from New York, it has to be quick. If we have our news program literally do the New York 1 minute, the newscasters have to talk faster in New York. You ever watch a New York newscast? It is quicker. And I noticed that when I got to Florida, I was like, why are they talking so slow? The first time I watched the news show, it's like they're barely like, how are they going to cover all the stories? And then I realized it's Florida. There aren't a lot of stories.
Yeah. But like I said, I think it looks great, though.
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's interesting having that different idea of decision making in a comic book. It's that slice of life that we definitely enjoy on this show, because the comics can be anything the creator wants them to be, including about a mouse. Now, of course, we saw JD's earlier today, so we already got this in the books for today. But again, we're going to put that, because I knew we'd probably get to yours, and we're going to read Martin's comments, because I just noticed them when I was putting this in for you. JD said, he said to you, I should say, because this is all on you. We're going to put up your logo there. Hey, that's my book. He said, no worries. He's like, thanks. I'll keep it shorter on the next one. Always open to criticism. Just, and like we say on this show all the time, 60 seconds is golden. 2 minutes after that is death. And you got to find that spot, not before 60 seconds. Use the first 60 seconds. Look at it like football. You got that 2-minute warning. How much of that do you need to use, and play it by ear that way? So, but I mean, it's got solid art. Happy to promote it. And if you ever want to come on and play Backer Pause, you're more than welcome, Martin. This is Guano Guy. Have you backed Guano Guy? You guys should all be backing Guano Guy, even for just $1. I know Mark for a very long time. When I first moved to Florida, he was one of the first creators I met on this road down here. He's got the energy you wish you could bottle and take with you, and you're going to see that in his video right now. Check out this man and how much he is. And JD, this is a Terraform book, so I wouldn't hit pause. If I were you. No, I'm kidding. You
stop it right now. No, go ahead.
Pause if you want. Right, here we go.
Boom! The Guano Guy is back with issue number 3. Oh, I'm Mark Dunn, and we're here with a 29-page full-color, comedy-filled, hilarity book. Been working all night getting the final touches together. Now, obviously, this really cool cover by Tony Fierro, really fun cover by Ryan English. Colors coming. And we've got 5 different art teams with a variety of very fun, very colorful styles. This book is for kids and adults. It's just lots of fun. If you've been here before, you know what we're doing. But if you haven't, if you like The Tick, Darkwing Duck, maybe the Venture Brothers, the old Batman TV show,
this is the book. This is the thing for you. It's going to be tons of fun. Please help us out. We just love making books and bringing some lighthearted entertainment to the world. I'm Mark Darden, and thank you very much for checking us out.
Sorry about that going over your face, Mark. I switched rooms because I was given a bribe. I mean, I was told by Luke. I mean, I wanted to play a different video for our friend Mark. And it's not in this room. Oh, I don't have it loaded. Sorry, guys. Or I would have. We do have a more exciting video. He does a lot of videos. They're actually funny as hell. I suggest following Mark Darden and his journey. He's one of those creators who does. I mean, if you like 90s humor comedies, you're going to like this. This is a throwback to the fun times of comic book in the 90s where they were smart ass, sarcastic. You still see it a little bit with Wolverine and Spider-Man, but you don't get it as much now in the mainstream comics. But the 90s, remember, JD, the 90s had that energy, that go F yourself kind of energy. 60s had it too. If you ever do throwback comics and you like reading the 60s stuff, there was that attitude of change and stuff. And I'm hoping to see, like, I've noticed in indie comics, there's this attitude of, like, humor coming back. God forbid comics be funny again. You know, like JD Calderon's Oswald Chronicles, it features some humor.
Not really.
Not really. I tried to fit it in. No, it's not really humor. He kills every character. No, I'm kidding.
Just about.
Not every character. He lets some live. You're gonna have to back it to find out. Drexel number 3. Here we go. This is from Nathan Kelly, great creator, and we had to switch that because of the videos. What is it? Augmentation? Not augmentation. Orientation.
Oh, okay.
This is Drexel 3. All right, I'm not sure about that. We've never got this deep yet because we've had so many Kickstarters, so we're gonna just mute it and I'll check it outside. Oh, he might actually be talking. Let me just double check real quick.
Nice.
He's talking.
The art looks really nice.
Amazing artwork, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is like badass stuff. And yeah, this is one video we never got to even look at on this show yet because we've had so many campaigns lately. We've covered this summer, especially when Keanu Reeves showed up. Suddenly, everyone did a Kickstarter. Did you notice that, JD? Like everyone ran. Still happening now. We're deep. We're not gonna get to the other ones. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get to pick the last video we play in just a second. But this was Drexel.
I like it. That's actually something I would look into a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
very solid.
Got good art. And so this is Holt. I think that's how you would say it.
Yeah, Holt.
It's a tactical sci-fi action comic in black and white. Metal Gear Solid meets Christopher Nolan's Memento. And let's see. And again, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. This feels like a Chris Nolan film right now. All right, if it's just music, we'll talk over it because we're at the end of the show. This is too long. Too many credits.
Yeah. It looks nice though. I like the artwork.
Oh, here we go.
Called Hope. It's a labor of love and a love letter to Metal Gear Solid, the game franchise. I love that game. I love the story and I love the complexity of the characters. Back to Hope. It's not the typical stoic journey of terrible situations happening to a man. It's kind of the reverse. It's bad situations that are a reaction to this man's impact on the world he occupies. I don't really want to give it away. I don't want to, ruin any spoilers, because I want you to be excited when you read it for the first time. My plan for the book after issue 1 is complete, I want to go straight into producing the rest of the book. So the second thing that will be planned is the entire graphic novel, kind of like a pizza model. When you want to sell somebody a slice of pizza, if they enjoy that slice of pizza, you don't want to sell them a second slice of pizza. You just want to sell them a whole pie. So that
actually, that's not true. For the record, just to clarify, pizza places would love to sell you pizza slice by slice. They actually make more profit slice by slice.
Yeah, they do.
Just as a heads up, kids.
For the $2,200, I'm looking to get funded 9 to 10% of that goes to Kickstarter directly, and the rest of what I get, half of that is going to go straight into the production of the graphic novel, and the other half is for shipping costs and the print production copy. So
Yeah,
other than that,
thank you for getting stuff.
All right. Well, because for me, the reason I stopped it is because this explanation as to what he's spending the money on, that's nobody's business but his own.
But, also, I don't know what the book's about. He did everything but tell me what the book is about. This sounds like he's trying to get me to invest in a company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that investment pitch that you always like, we pay $10.99 to hear more,
Right. The artwork looks interesting. I like it. I like the way it looks. I would definitely look deeper into it, but I would probably like a graphic novel as opposed to just a single issue.
And in that beginning, man, if you're watching this, you're wasting your backers' time with that. You're not acknowledging that you want your backers to back you, and instead you're trying to do something that it's not supposed to be. You know why films can actually roll that credit in the beginning? Because you already bought the ticket. That's why their trailers don't run all those names at the beginning of it. The only time they run those names is when it's like Brad Pitt is the name. You got to be where a name will get you to go to the theater, where you could literally see Brad Pitt and already made the decision, I'll watch it. The beginning of that, I'm sorry, in comics, there's only a handful of names that will instantly mean money. I mean, we just saw Brian Brandis. Is that how you say it?
Brian Michael Bendis?
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, Bendis. Thank you. Again, the headache. My mind's having trouble talking. He didn't do well at DC. There was a name they thought was going to draw, and it didn't. So less time, and we say this all the time, less sizzle, more steak. We didn't get any steak here except for the art. The art's amazing. It's probably the only reason either one of us let it go. I was so quick to being, for the first time ever, pausing a video. And it's a little to do with the headache just because it was annoying my eyes because I have a headache. But it was also, I wasn't hearing anything from the audience. The audience watching right now was like, what is he doing? But that right up here, there it is. That's what he could have said. A tactical sci-fi action in black and white. It's Metal Gear Solid. See, words bad today. Meets Chris Nolan's Memento. See, he could have said that while that art was flashing. Talk about his inspiration. I really like the way the storytelling of Chris Nolan is, so I kind of wanted to make something in the vein of that. Those are words and things he could have thrown around. All right, JD, you're on the hot seat. We have time for one more, so you get to pick what we're going to watch. We can watch The Sword of Justice, which I actually don't think has a video. Yeah, it doesn't have a video, so you don't even have to pick that. That's just on Kickstarter right now. We can watch The Amazonian, and you've been on the show with this. This is Joe D. McPhee.
No pressure, thanks.
Well, you've been on the show with a lot of these people. XCT. Yeah. You know a lot of people, so it's pressure no matter what you do. Welcome to my world now, JD. You're never right. You're always pissing someone off. Sean Keenan, that's why I had Sean in my mind, because he's here with XCT. Early in the program when I called Sean. Gray Matter. I saw this for the first time yesterday. This looks good. The actual creator reached out to me, was asking about John the Animator just on Kickstarter. We've already seen that.
We had him, yeah.
Yeah. Here it is. Elysian Fields, Pirate Gambit. My co-anchor on Tuesdays, no pressure. And he's got some great stuff right there. Look at this. Dino Thrashers, issue 1. This looks cool. This I was like, ooh, I'm happy to have, because I was a huge dinosaur fan. I'm not saying Luke will hate you if you don't pick his program. He's going to say that he hates you.
Luke knows I love him. I back that book.
Martha Schwartz's Seed Seekers is on Indiegogo for the first time, and that's it. So who are you picking?
Oh, man. I'd love to do them all, but the one that intrigued me the most, that's interesting. Roll it back a little bit. Let's go with this one. Let's go with the Dino Thrashers.
That's the one I wanted you to pick. I haven't seen the video yet. I just want to watch it. All right, let's see. I know the music's not copyrighted, but because where we are in the program, we'll talk over it a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
freaking idea. Any thoughts?
Oh, we got to play.
I'm not sure, Christian, but it has what looks to be raptor prints on it.
That's impossible, Max. Isn't
This
it?
is so awesome.
I would certainly think so. Almost there!
Don't break it, Max. We need to examine it and keep it intact.
Like I don't know that, Amanda. Finally! But this is getting stranger by the minute. How in the hell is there a perfectly shaped orb of some sort buried this deep?
Dr. Tracker, let's get it to the tent and examine it.
You're right, Shelby. Let's all move inside. Amanda, what do you think of these designs all over this object? How were they carved into it?
They aren't even carved, Max. They're like...
All right, you can stop it.
Inserted into it. What the...
What happened?
I like it. It looks interesting. And I would look further into it. But the issue I'm having with it is that they're narrating, their script.
They're not actually getting to it.
What? Right. They're not actually getting to what the story is exactly, and which is what I'd rather hear more about the crux of what's going on.
It's an interesting idea. I'll be honest. I might have actually watched it, and I probably will now watch it on my own because I just added this today. This was one of the ones I was adding this morning. So this I actually look forward to. If we had more time, I'd actually play it. But we do got to talk about the rest of the business of the day. We want JD to say goodbye. But before he says goodbye to us and we thank him for being on the show today, let's see what's coming out soon. And remember, these are still on demand. Cat Dad and Supermom is still on demand, as is God's Hands, or God's Hand, I should say. Ethan Van Sciver's Cyber Frog 2, still on demand. I think it's going to set a record for how long this thing's been on demand. I think it's made more money officially on demand than it hasn't. Is this still accurate?
Yes,
Now
that's still active. Yes.
Okay, that's still
on demand. Yeah.
Yeah. And you remember we talked about the Kickstarter for the independent creator, but if you want to know how to make a great video, we even have a video on how to make a great video right here. Coming soon to crowdfunding. Here we go. We have got to remove the guano guy. That just obviously came out this week. So Jason Webb has Rumble Kings. We haven't heard back from Jason Webb yet about that. William Byrne has the Indigo Project Max Burger. That is coming soon. I checked it. And Sean, DN, I do not know if you're live yet. Sean, if you're watching, please let me know if you're live yet. Sean Keenan's going to have an extra Kickstarter coming up too. He's already on for this, but he'll have a follow-up to the Spartan journey that he was talking about a little earlier. And an MMM, 3 M's, M to the third, Monty Michael Moore is going to have an actual montage art book campaign. That's going to be launching today at 6 p.m. So I wanted to show him a little bit of love and just give you guys a little bit of a preview because he'd actually reached out and asked me if we could show it because it's starting today, and I have no problem with that. Here you go. He's got amazing art. He did Loco Hero. That was the one we were talking about. So that's the end of the show, JD. You get to say your goodbyes now.
All right. So thank everyone for watching. My name is JD Calderon, and you can catch me on Facebook under the same name, and you can also catch me on YouTube under the same name. And you can go check out the Oswald Chronicles Fallen Gods currently on IGG. And I'll be talking to you all later. Have a good one.
We actually have enough time to fit in your video because it's so actually
Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, the writer and creator of the Oswald Chronicles, and I'm here today to tell you about my latest Indiegogo campaign. I'm offering you Fallen Gods, a 4-part limited series where we see Oswald battling a mad sorcerer who stole the power of a lost god and threatens 2 worlds with his newfound power. How will Oswald and his friends deal with this new threat? Find out in the Oswald Chronicles, Fallen Gods, issues 1 through 4. So please check out the various reward levels and pick out the one that best suits you. Thank you for your time. JD out.
And no, JD didn't actually talk that fast. When I was blowing it up, it also made the video go faster, which was funny, though. I might actually play that video from now on at 1.50. Thank you all for tuning in today. I thank JD for his time and helping all of us see what was worth back and what's not. Keanu Reeves, what do you think about comics again?
Comics are awesome.
All right, JD, wave goodbye. We're out of here.
Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.
We'll see you again tomorrow at 11 for the news.